What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today on this, the 11th day of September. This day, we remember those who lost their lives in the terrible terrorist attack that happened in 2001. And my condolences go out to their families and their friends and anybody who was negatively impacted by that, right? I don't want to linger on this too much, but I do want to just pay my respects in that way. And with that, I'd like to continue, okay? Here we are, $4,400, 1 hour, 56 minutes left in the day here. Such odd price action. Literally, you've been moving sideways now since the 29th of August. You've just been moving flatlined, straight sideways, lows and highs. It's crazy. Every time you look like you were breaking out to the upside, you came down. Every time you look like you're breaking out to the downside, you came back up. You just held your ground. Had this diamond top pattern right here, and you broke out of it without breaking out of it, right? It's just kind of odd behavior. You typically get this in indecisive circumstances, which I think that is what's going on right now. I don't know how to make sense out of it, right? Normally, I feel like you can make sense out of indecision. Maybe the indecision comes from the fact that the markets are bearish, that we had more shorts for a large part of this than we did longs, and yet there were positive things going on in the markets as well, right? PPI data, CPI data came back positive. We've got interest rates getting cut. The market was fearful, fear was generating, right? And people were definitely timid. The jobs report was not good. There's negative things with positive things. I think all this conflicting data all at once and just conflicting perspectives has just created absolute irrational behavior as far as the charts go. In all honesty, though, if you were going long at 42.80 and you went short at 44.50, you probably killed it. You probably did pretty damn well over the past week and a half. It's that simple. It was that simple, right? Or at least it was. I don't think that this opportunity is going to exist for too much longer. I do believe that we're going to move up higher from here. I doubt that we move lower. Now, I do want to reiterate that. I want to say that again because for a while now, for the past week or so, we've been predicting that Ethereum would go lower, down to about $4,100 to $4,000, if not even possibly below $4,000. I don't know if you guys have caught on to my other videos by now, by this point in the day, but we have discussed the very real potential that we have found the lows with Bitcoin and with Ethereum, right? We've addressed that really throughout this whole time, but not as a significant statistically backed idea, just more as like a thought, where right now that thought's becoming more of a reality. It does seem as though anybody like myself who's expecting lower prices is about to be proven wrong. I think we are about to be proven wrong, and this thing is about to move up higher. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder, but there's some thunder. And here we are at 44.27 right now. A little bit of a wick on the day. If we do move down, you know where we're going to find support. If we move up, you know where we're going to find resistance until we break out of this range. If we happen to break out to the downside, if I'm wrong now, I'm switching to the upside stance just before we move down. If I'm wrong, then we already have the downside mapped out, right? $4,100, $4,000, somewhere in that zone, maybe $3,900, $3,950 at the lowest, right? Maybe, but probably not. At this point in time, I really am assuming that we move to the upside, not the downside, okay? Let's look at this on the 1 hour time frame, and then we'll zoom out from there. We'll use our indicators to help validate that, or maybe to disprove that. I don't know. I haven't looked at the indicators today for Ethereum. The 1 hour RSI looks bullish. The stochastics look bullish. Why do they look bullish? They look bullish because you're getting overbought and you're not getting oversold. They look bullish because you're above the 50 and not below the 50 for most of your life here, right? It looks bullish because whenever you correlate it with the price, you can see that every move down, you're getting higher lows. You're getting the volume to push you lower, but you're not going lower. You're going higher. And beyond all of that, your RSI, again, just staying above the 50 looks very bullish. The stochastics are bullish because you're overbought and bouncing off the 50. When you bounce off the 50, it's typically a bullish thing. Typically. Not always, but typically it is. And I would think that here, holding the 50 like this, you're going to get into the overbought zone, looking to break out. You had a chance to sell out here, but you didn't take it. You're moving up, man. That's the expectation there. The MACD, the MACD's kind of whatever, but it's the 1 hour time frame, so I don't really care about that. 4 hour time frame here. Really, the 4 hour and the 1 hour, the MACD is a lot less reliable. So are the stochastics, honestly. The daily time frame and higher is where those things tend to be more reliable. The RSI on the 4 hour looks awesome. It looks awesome, you guys. Getting overbought nice and deep. Not getting oversold at all. You're reluctant to get oversold, and you're slowly shifting this, curving it upwards, living above the 50 from going to be like a neutral kind of stance to starting to be a more bullish stance. Once you get overbought on the 4-hour time frame, you will be breaking out to the upside. Getting overbought on the stochastics, kind of weird behavior if we're being fair, right? It's kind of weird. This is more typical. Oversold, overbought, oversold, overbought. Like that's pretty typical. This is kind of odd, but whatever. Again, moving sideways, 4-hour time frame, less reliable, less significant. MACD does look pretty nice here though. Crossing above the 0 is good to see. Building bullish momentum. You have been building bullish momentum for the past few days now. You know, dating back to the middle part of the 7th there. It is the 11th now. So for a better part of a week there, it's very possible that we come back down a little bit. But again, if we come down, I really doubt that we go below 42.60. But we might not even go down to 42.60. I mean, we might find support at a higher low here or a slightly lower low. Again, if we go lower than that, you guys know where we're going to find support. I saw some lightning, but I don't hear any thunder yet. There it is. That was far away. The lightning was bright. Looked like it would be. Oh, there it is. It was further away than I would have anticipated. But we're expecting a breakout to the upside any day now. It could be tomorrow. Could be as early as tomorrow, you guys. The 12th of September might be a bullish time. I'm starting to think, and this story that I painted, this picture that I painted, the story that I was telling about the price moving down at the beginning of the month, going into the FOMC meeting, and then we rally going into the second half. I think it's more like we're just going to move up into the FOMC meeting, and then after or on the day of the FOMC meeting, that's whenever we will probably, that's probably when we will drop a little bit, correct a little bit, and then we'll come back up, right? So a little bit of sell the news event going on with the FOMC. We'll probably buy the hype, sell the news, instead of sell the hype and buy the news. And then I still expect that the second half of this month will be bullish. We'll just get a little shakeout maybe for a day or 3, maybe even for a week. Oh, that one was close. That might be loud. Well, it looked close. That wasn't that loud. It looked close. Man, I could see it. It's like right over the hill there. Anyways, daily MACD looks phenomenal. Stochastics look great. The RSI is phenomenal. I mean, everything about this is bullish as hell, so absolutely bullish there. Weekly time frame zooming out. Looking at this here, we're going to one place and one place only whenever we look at the weekly time frame here, you guys. The area in question, the area that we are targeting, is undoubtedly $8,000, $7,500 to $8,000, something right around that area. We take our most relative high here to our most relative low here, discernibly this cycle, and our 1618 golden extension takes us all the way up to that area. I'd very much expect that we see that zone sometime between now and the end of October. If we don't get there by the end of October, then we would likely get there at least, or at most, by the end of this year. But at this point in time, I would truthfully expect that we're closer to $10,000, not $8,000 by the end of this year, reaching for higher prices than that going into the 2026, the beginning of 2026 there. I think that ultimately Ethereum will see prices between 21 to 26K. I know it sounds crazy, but I think that's where we're going to go. We got a long way to go between now and then, but $4,400 now, $8,000 by the end of this next month, October, $10,000 by the end of the year. You know, we'll see how it goes, but I definitely believe that Ethereum has a lot higher prices in mind in the very short term. As far as a weekly time frame goes, we're very, very bullishly postured, you guys. We look immaculate. Everything looks great. The stochastics are insanely bullish. The RSI is very bullish as well, and so is the MACD. So if not this week, then next week, but certainly between now and going into the end of October, we've got dramatically higher prices to go. So I got nothing else. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Anybody calling for a bear market, you're going to have to keep waiting. Take care. Bye-bye.